Hey world, it's me. So today I'm going to be making a video talking about labels. So labels are unimportant to me personally in real life, but on the internet they do come up a lot in my content, such as my TikToks, my Instagram, and my YouTube channel. So the reason why I keep bringing these titles up, which is titles like Goth Scene, Emo, Punk, stuff like that. So those are called labels. So each label fits into a certain thing. So I feel personally like if you want to be called, like if you're interested in any of these labels, go ahead and call yourself that. Nobody should be policing you on what you can and cannot be. And that's what I think. Freedom is key. Freedom to be who you are. Freedom to call yourself whatever you want to be called. There's a whole transgender movement, with everybody. I enjoy trans people. They're nice people. And, they have their own thing that they do. And, the alternative community accepts them, even though they aren't necessarily the definition of each said gender or whatever. And I feel like it's no different than if someone wants to be called punk and doesn't have like every single thing on the definition or whatever. First of all, it's not that important. If you think that a label is that important, there is an issue. Because to me, I label myself based on my outfit of the day. So today I would be Monster Emo. So that's a label I made up. So what that is pretty much just preppy stuff mixed with emo gothic stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory. And that's what I call my style today. Tomorrow I might be gothic if I wear all black with fishnets, And I could call myself that. Are people going to complain? People are always going to complain. Do I think I give a shit? No. Why should I care what a stranger online thinks about me? I don't. And I feel like genuinely, if you're online and you have people telling you what you can and can't be, and it pisses you off, well, I'm right there with you because it pisses me off. Because it's not that deep. Like, it's not that important. Okay? And if you think it is, that's weird. Like, that's real weird. I think you need to grow up. And I genuinely think that, it should be a fun thing to call yourself. Like, oh, I'm a punk person because I don't like rules. That's fine. Go ahead. That's what I do. That's pretty much how I am. And then, if you're wearing a goth outfit, you go, oh, I'm goth. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I don't care. Like, people that care and police other people, you really gotta understand that these people probably don't leave the house. These people probably don't have anything to do with their lives. And it's sad. It really is because, maybe they don't have friends. Maybe that's why they're online all day. I have no clue who these people are. And it's very, very weird to police other people. If you've ever policed other people, it's weird. I've never done that. I've never gone, oh, well, you don't look seen, so you can't call yourself that. Or if you don't listen to this, this, and this, then you're not punk. That's stupid. You're stupid. And that's what I think. I think that's dumb. So, the thing is, who gives a fuck? And why do you care so much? That's the question. Why does it bother you? Why does it bother you? Is it because you're too scared to call yourself that? You're too scared to call yourself punk, so you feel like it's okay to tell other people that they're not? Because I know a lot of people don't call themselves punk. I've done it. I've called myself punk, and guess what? People have always said something to me. They always go, oh, well, you're not this, this, and this. Do you know me? No, you don't. You don't know me. And people always bring it back to music. I feel like everybody in the alternative community likes different genres of music. It's not really, I like all kinds of music. Am I going to sit there and listen to goth music all day to be called goth? No. I don't want to listen to that shit. Not all fucking day. Maybe I'll listen to it like twice a year. Okay, if I'm in the mood, I'm going to listen to it. Do I like it? Sure, but I'd rather listen to something more energetic, like EDM. And that's completely fine. Okay? It's not that big of a deal. These people are crazy. They really want to control you. And my advice is to not let these people walk all over you. And, if you want to be punk, scene, emo, whatever, call yourself that. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how you dress. I don't even care if you don't even dress yet. You just go ahead. I don't care. Like, I literally will never police anybody. If you like Mariah Carey and you want to call yourself emo, whatever. I don't care. Like, people that care so much, you really got to think. They have nothing better to do with their time than police people on the internet. And they are really lonely. They're really lonely. I think they're really lonely and they need to go out and get some sun and get a margarita and meet some people because they don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to socialize. They think that they could control somebody on the internet. Well, sweetie, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. And you can, belittle people and chastise people from the community all you want, but at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody that agrees with them in the community, because even though I don't like the majority of the community, there are people that have came to me, online and said, hey, I agree with you. And that's my people. That's my clan. I feel like human beings are tribes, okay? Soul tribes. The similar people will come to you eventually. So always stay true to yourself. Don't worry about what those people think. I don't care what they look like. I don't care if they're the coolest looking person you ever seen. If they are going to try and belittle you, bully you, and control you, why? And ask yourself this. Why would you ever want to be like that? You shouldn't want to. You should want to be nice to people. You should want to be kind to people. And you should be accepting of people's differences. And that's what I think needs to happen in this community that is very fashion-based. A lot of people go, oh, no, it's not about fashion. You are so full of shit, and you know it. You know you're fucking full of shit. You goth chick with your goth shit on. I know you're wearing that, and guess what? You call that goth. Yes, you do. So when you are chastising people that look just like you, it really says a lot about you, and says a lot about how controlling and manipulative you are. Because that's not normal. It's not normal to try and control people on the internet to be just like you. I don't care about the definition. I don't care. First of all, a definition is not a checklist. In the Wikipedia definition, it not once ever said you have to do this, you have to do that. It just gives you a bunch of things that is associated with it and where it came from. So when I hear goth and I hear music based, now there's multiple ways you could take that. You could take that as it's based off of the bands, which is what it means to me, meaning that you don't have to listen to the music currently, but it's based on how the bands wore their clothes and the style of music that they did. So when I hear music based, it doesn't mean that the bass is music. It means that it was based off of the bands and their look and their music style. That's what that means to me. So when people say, oh, well, it's a music-based community, yeah, it was based, the style of goth was based on the bands. The style of music, the goth word was based on the bands. That's what it means to me. So when somebody says, oh, it's music-based, that's literally, I think you're misconstruing what it means. You're trying to say that the whole bass is music, when that's not true. In the definition, it has multiple different things associated with it, and fashion is on there. Fashion is on there, and it has a long definition of what it means to wear gothic styled clothes, and that's still goth. If you are goth and you do not listen to goth, traditional goth music, or whatever, you like Mariah Carey, you're still goth, because it was based on the bands. Your look was based off of the bands, and that's what music based means. Like, that's like saying based on a true story. It was based on a different story, but it is not the whole thing. That's what it means. It doesn't just say, oh, well, based, the bass is music. No. That's not what that means. So I feel like a lot of people, so I was really good at English class. So if you weren't good at English class, music based means that the look, it was based off of the bands. That's all it means. Okay? And, the music is goth, whatever. And then the style, which was based off the bands, music based, is still goth. It's not, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a rocket science thing. It's just music based, as in based on the bands. It's that easy. I don't know. And that's where it becomes really weird to me, because that's literally what it means. It not once says you have to listen to music to be goth. No, it doesn't. It does not say that. And even if it did, I gotta tell you, it's 2026. That was like in the 70s. You want me to listen to 60-year-old music? Are you fucking kidding me? Gothic music has evolved since then as well. There's now goth rap, goth EDM, goth club music. I listen to all of that. I don't like really to listen to the old shit. Once in a while, like, I like one song from The Cure, and that's really it. And I didn't even hear about it until my boyfriend told me about it, and then I was like, oh, okay, cool. And, I mean, it's a really good song. It's a love song. I just think it's so beautiful. Like, it's a really beautiful song. But, like, I don't know, like, when people have an issue with that, it's so weird. It's so old. Like, it's really old. And not everybody wants to listen to that. I mean, and we look at bands like Kiss. Kiss should be considered a goth band, but for some reason I feel like it's never associated with that from what I've heard, even though their look is literally traditional, like, trad goth, kinda. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sexy leather and the cool face makeup. That's literally, I think that's where the trad goths or whatever got their cool makeup looks, was from Kiss. And Kiss is always going to be a goth band to me. And so is Marilyn Manson. I like Marilyn Manson's music, and I feel like I've seen people online saying that he's not goth. And I just can't. You people are really, you're delusional, and you're very controlling, very strange, because clearly he is a goth man. I've seen people complain that he wasn't goth. Sweetie! What? I'm sorry. What do you mean he's not goth? Have you seen him? Oh my god, kill me. He's like the most famous goth man. Okay? He's there. He's goth. I don't know where people came up with that. They just decided that Marilyn Manson wasn't goth. Oh, clearly he is, sweetie. Clearly. You can see it. Like, literally. Goth is very fashion-based, I think. Maybe not all the time. Now, even if you don't dress goth, I don't care if you call yourself goth. Whatever. I really genuinely don't. Okay? Genuinely. Whatever. But I feel like a lot of goth people are very fashion-based, and when they say it's not based, on fashion, it's like, they go, oh, fashion has nothing to do with it. Yes, it does. What are you talking about? Yes, it does. You're crazy. You're literally in denial. And you even know that you're in denial. You even know that you're full of shit. Because when you see, I know for a fact, when you see somebody that looks goth with goth face paint on, goth lipstick, and goth hair, goth everything, you're gonna go, oh my god, it's a goth! Because that's the look. The look of goth. It has a look, and even the people that don't look like that, if they like the music, if they even like death, the macabre, whatever, the literature, whatever, I don't care what you like. I don't really care for the literature. I don't like reading. I like goth music, but not old goth music. I like new age goth music. That a lot of people would go, oh, is that goth? I don't know, why not? I mean, I listen to goth rap all the time, goth rap beats. Like I said, goth club music. That's the kind of stuff I like all day long. And that's a thing. Like, it really is. So, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, these people, like, they're so delusional. I don't get it. What do you mean Marilyn Manson isn't goth? What the fuck? Where have you been? If you saw him, you'd go, oh my god, a goth man! Yeah, you would. So I don't want to hear it that it's not fashion-based. Because, like I said, I will go back in time and say, oh, well, music-based means that the look was based on the music. That's all it means. Music-based. The bands were the base for the word goth, and then it exploded from then and became a tree with branches, and the branches are fashion, literature, buildings, architecture, whatever, makeup, whatever. All kinds of branches. Death, macabre, skulls, whatever, bats, Halloween. I was born on Halloween, by the way. You can't tell me I'm not goth. I was born on Halloween. You're not goth if you weren't born on Halloween. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I feel like saying that. Sometimes I feel like saying that when people try to control me. I'm going to be like, oh yeah? Well, I was born on Halloween. You're not goth. I don't know. It's stupid. It's really stupid. It's dumb. But, yeah, that's all I have to say. But, yeah, call yourself whatever you want. And that's my goal, is to find more people like me who are kind and accepting and don't give a fuck about what other people want to be called. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't even know you. And if you're trying to control me online, shut up, because I'm not going to listen. I don't know why you people think I'm going to listen to you just because you look white and goth and all that. Whoop-de-doo, you're white. I don't give a fuck how white you are. I'm never going to listen to you. Sorry. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of racism still. And, at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck. But at the same time, it's like, just shut up, right? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. This video went on way too long, and I want to stop ranting, but thank you guys for watching. Call yourself whatever you want, please. And don't let other people try to dictate what you can and can't be called. Goodbye.